Thank you. All right, everyone, we will get started. We've got our first question on the right-hand side up front.
Hi, Mitch. Tim Reynolds, AP. You said before the game that it's obviously a business trip for you guys, and it's a game, and you're here for one thing, for games. But I'm just curious if there was a point pre-game during Victor's speech to the crowd. Was there ever a point where you just looked around and just soaked in how unusual, how a little bit different this one is?
It definitely had unique circumstances. The ovation for him, obviously, was very, very moving, just in terms of a reflection of how this city and country and these people feel about him and he feels about them. There's certain games you don't need to get the guys up for, as we say. This was one of them. If anything, probably was expecting a little bit of chaos in the first 5 or 6 minutes, just out of angst, out of desire, intention, excitement, nerves, call it what you want. And I think we did a good job of settling in and not overreacting to that.
Thank you, folks. Yep, this gentleman with his hand up. It's coming to you.
Hi, Coach. Jeremy Sohan returned to the lineup 5 games since his injury. How do you rate his performance today off the bench?
I thought he and Trey Jones helped change the game defensively with their pace, energy, and he's been doing that. I feel bad for Jeremy just in the sense that his season's been a little off and on, start and stop with injuries. And when you've seen him play for stretches, he has brought that. And tonight, it was maybe a little surprising how quick, just because he's been out. But he has been doing that. He's an elite defender and a versatile offensive player for us, and he gave us a great boost tonight.
In the last year and a half, you've seen some crazy stretches from Victor. But the end of that third quarter, where he blocked 3 shots on 3 possessions and nearly had a fourth, like what do those kind of things do for your team and the players around Victor?
It must be so difficult for someone with the skill set that he has and how unique he is to dominate the fundamentals in solid basketball, because it is so spectacular. And he's capable of spectacular, but when he does just dominate the little things and the fundamentals of the game, it's absolutely spectacular. And when he embraces that, it is a scary stretch at times, and he did that for a minute tonight.
Next question on our left-hand side, Coach.
When you see what the guys are capable of doing tonight, do you feel like the playoff contention or playing contention is still doable in sight for you guys?
We're just trying to play good basketball. Seriously. We have lost some games that we feel like we shouldn't have. We have played some really good stretches of basketball and have absolutely collapsed in a short amount of time and probably have cost us some games. And I think we're just trying to put together more consistent minutes and stretches of the 48. And if we do that, we'll be in a place that will be acceptable by our standards.
Next question, same area.
Good evening, Coach. I would like you to talk about the impact of David Vassell, and not only on this game, but overall for the Spurs, and how his mid-range game unlock your offense.
Devin being aggressive is a big part of our offense and our game, as you said. If anything, at times frustrated with him passing up shots. There's certain players on your team that have to take shots for the offense to flow and everything to fall, the puzzle to fit. And Devin is one of those guys. So sometimes him being result-based too much is frustrating because we need him to be aggressive. And to your first point, I think him impacting winning in a variety of ways has been very important. Defensively, when you see his stat sheet and he has multiple blocks, multiple steals, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, those are the things when you put with the scoring now, he becomes a real two-way player that's impacting winning on a high level.
Thanks, Coach. Just a reminder, folks, please do state your name and outlet name. Next question, left, all the way at the back.
Hi, Coach. Morten Jensen, Yahoo Sports. I was wondering if you could attach some words to Sandro Mamukelashvili. He's obviously a big X factor for you coming off the bench. He's big and wide and produces at a high level. Do you anticipate playing him more in the second half of the season?
Sandro's always been someone that's stayed ready, whether he played 25 minutes the previous game or didn't play the previous 25 games. It's been a strength of his. It's really hard in this league to do that. Some guys can't do that. And so it's a real skill. And Sandro has shown that again, to be able to stay ready and to do whatever is asked of him. And he's been really good off the bench for us, like you said, and boost, and we look forward to continue to use him in that way.
Next question right in the middle.
Hello, Coach. Florian Bouillet for Olympics.com. Is it a complete offensive performance tonight? You got 43 assists. You are one of the best teams in assist game in the league. Are you proud of the sports basketball, like really known in basketball for the assist?
For sure. Moving the ball is a big part of our identity. We don't have three guys where every night they're going to score 90 points for us. That's not our identity. Our identity is versatility on offense. Different guys, different nights, making different plays and plays for each other. So when we're able to capitalize, that's a testament to a lot of things, not just the passing and the scoring, but probably the screening, the spacing, rolling after you screen, things of that nature. And it's something that we definitely put in high priority.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations on tonight. Thanks, everyone. It's a fine line. I know. Oh, God. Oh, no. It's bad. Shoot. I'm going to tell these folks who else we've got coming up. Definitely it'll be Coach next. Yeah, okay. Let me just check. Next up, folks, we have Indiana Pacers coach Rick Carlisle coming right up. One more bit of information, just for everyone's awareness. For the San Antonio Spurs, we're going to have Harrison Barnes, Victor Wembanyama, and Devin Vassell. Hi, Coach. All right. If anyone would like to ask Coach Carlisle a question, please do raise your hand. On the left-hand side, in the maroon.
Hi, Coach. Sami Sadik for the French newspaper L'Équipe.
Left-hand side.
There, left-hand side, sorry.
Yes,
sorry.
ça va. Go ahead.
What did you expect in terms of atmosphere about this game, and maybe how special was it for the players to play in this kind of like let's say hostile environment with a pro Spurs crowd? Do you think it played a bit in the outcome of the game?
I thought it was a great environment. I thought that I don't know what Victor said before the game, but whatever he said worked. They played a great game. Victor's a great player. The country of France should be very, very proud. I mean, he's a one of a kind. He's once every I don't know how many generations a player like that comes along. And just breathtaking, the things that he does. For us, we're going to have to do an awful lot of things better on Saturday. And we have a pretty quick turnaround, so we got work to do.
Question on the left-hand side toward the back. Thank you.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
Luke Augustus from the Daily Mail. I just wanted to talk to you about the third quarter, because the first two quarters were very close. What adjustments do you think you're going to have to make from that, from your experience from watching that third quarter?
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever given up that many points in a quarter, even when we were bad on defense. Giving up 45 points in one quarter is, it's alarming. And so, look, you got to give the Spurs a lot of credit. They played at a high level, led by Victor, who was sensational. Their shot making was great. We've just got to be much, much better.
Left-hand side toward the front.
Here, Maxime Aubin for l'équipe. Coach, when you've seen tonight what the Spurs can do and from what you've studied from them, does they look like a playoff or play-in team to you?
Look, we're just barely halfway through the season, so I don't get carried away with where standings and all that kind of stuff. I mean, NBA teams are all very good, even the ones they don't have great records. And the Spurs have come off a tough stretch where they've lost some games, and they came out and played with a lot of force, and we didn't play with enough.
Thank you, Coach. We've got
Okay,
a question.
thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
that was misleading. Just here. Raise your hand, please. Thank you so much.
Coach, to focus on some positive things, can you talk about Benedict Mathurin and his performance tonight? He was one of the bright spots in the team.
Yeah, Ben's been working very hard on his efficiency as a scorer, and tonight he did a great job. 11 for 14 from the field is excellent. He hit a couple of threes. We'd like him to get more good looks from three when we can get him those. And he's a young player that works very hard and has gotten better and better. And he speaks French too, so that's good.
Thanks very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Have a great evening. Quiet on this side. Super quiet. She's in the middle, and I would go talk to her. It's all good. No, I don't think so. Okay, sorry. It's classic. Sorry, did you say Pacers want to go? he actually is. He's French Canadian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you when.
When they're coming, sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Nancy didn't even want me to tell that it's definitely them, so I'll wait on that as well.
See the one with the frizzy red hair?
Mhm.
To her left is the kid reporter. You can't see her.
Oh, no way. Okay, I'm just gonna walk over here. They come together or what?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you guys.
No, it's okay. It's just I'm trying to tell my colleagues.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fatty. Fatty.
Can I confirm that? Sorry. Can I confirm it's those ones?
They don't know it. So Benedict is
That's okay.
Benedict's come first, and Pascal might join him.
Oh, wow. But it is definitely those two.
Benedict is coming right now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, everyone. For the Indiana Pacers, we've got Benedict Mathurin coming to the stage. If you'd like to ask Benedict a question, please do raise your hand and we'll bring you the microphone. Any questions to tip us off? Yeah, we're going to go to left-hand side.
French, English.
You can, please feel free to ask a question in French.
Bonsoir Bénédicte, ici Samy Sadik pour le journal L'équipe. Je voulais avoir un petit peu ton sentiment sur le match, ce qui a moins marché côté Indiana après la mi-temps, et aussi en termes d'ambiance, tu as été un des joueurs qui a parlé au public avant le match. Comment tu as senti l'ambiance sur ce match qui était un petit peu plus pro-Spurs que pro-Indiana?
C'est normal, je trouve que c'est normal. Le fait d'avoir victoire avec les Spurs, c'est pas évident pour moi. Mais sur le match, je trouve que notre énergie était vraiment bas. C'est quelque chose qu'il faut améliorer pour le prochain match.
Merci. Next question. We have all the way at the back on the right-hand side.
Bonsoir Bénédicte, Xavier Montferrand de Radio France. Bon, forcément, je vais te demander un petit mot sur Wemby. Rick Carrier, il a dit tout à l'heure qu'on avait de la chance de l'avoir en France. Qu'est-ce que tu en penses, toi? Quel est ton avis et ton regard sur Victor Wembanyama? Merci.
Un gars spécial. C'est vraiment un bon joueur, un joueur très, très, très exceptionnel. C'est pas facile de pouvoir l'arrêter, mais il faut faire ce qu'on peut. Mais il est vraiment bon. Il a un bon futur devant lui.
Thank you. Next question, left all the way at the back.
Yasmina Talk Basket. What's for the kids today that watch the games? Do you think it's important that they can be able to watch NBA live?
You said the kids?
The kids, yeah.
For sure. I think, having kids watching the games, I feel like myself growing up, I didn't have channel to watch a lot of NBA games, and I feel like that's something I wish I had growing up, because I love basketball. So just having kids being able to watch the game, especially the games in Paris. I mean, I think it's a great thing. I think it's a blessing.
Thank you. Next question, left-hand side.
Bonjour Bénédicte, bonsoir Arnaud Redon, RMC. Comment tu expliques le troisième quart-temps avec 45 points encaissés? Le coach disait que ça vous est jamais arrivé. Tu as parlé un peu d'un manque d'énergie. Tu dirais que trop perturbé, pas connecté entre vous. Qu'est-ce qui a cloché?
Oui, je dirais que c'est vraiment un manque d'énergie. Il ne faut pas laisser une erreur. Il ne faut pas laisser une erreur faire like a domino effect. Je pense qu'il fallait prendre soin du ballon. On a eu beaucoup de ballons perdus. Et c'est quelque chose qu'on a l'opportunité d'améliorer pour le prochain match.
Next question on our left-hand side of the front.
Bonjour Bénédicte, Robin Wolf pour Trash Talk. J'ai une question plus générale sur ton aventure à Paris. Rick Carlisle disait avant le match que le moment le plus excitant, c'était peut-être le trajet de bus pour venir ici. Est-ce que tu as un autre moment qui t'a marqué dans ces quelques jours à Paris? Ou alors c'est ce trajet de bus?
J'avoue que le trajet de bus, c'était vraiment intéressant. Je dirais que mon moment le plus préféré à Paris, c'était de manger la pâtisserie, beaucoup de croissants. Je vais en manger encore beaucoup avant que je parte. Mais le moment le plus important pour moi, c'est de pouvoir gagner le prochain match.
Merci Benedict. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Next up, we have Benedict's teammate, Pascal Siakam. He's coming shortly. Perfect. Perfect job. John, first question in the royal blue front row. Bonsoir Pascal. We have our first question, left side in the front.
Bonsoir Pascal, Victor Messistrano, Radio France Internationale. Quel bilan est-ce que vous tirez de cette soirée? Qu'est-ce qui vous a manqué? L'écart est assez large et surtout, qu'est-ce qu'il va falloir corriger face à cette équipe pour le prochain match?
Ouais, je pense qu'on s'est pas battu du tout. C'était facile pour eux. On n'a pas eu d'énergie vraiment. Mais on a manqué de tirs, donc ça n'a pas aidé. Mais s'ils marquent, je sais pas combien de points, 140 points, on peut jamais gagner. Donc pour nous, on doit pouvoir jouer en défense mieux et je pense qu'on n'a pas fait aujourd'hui. Mais bon, c'est pour ça que tu as un deuxième match, donc c'est ça, la NBA, ça arrive, tu as des matchs comme ça. Il faut juste oublier ça, corriger ce qu'on a à corriger. On va regarder le film, on va regarder le match et voir ce qu'il y a à corriger et essayer de faire mieux le match prochain.
Next question on our right-hand side.
Bonsoir Pascal, Thomas Holzer de L'Essentiel. Tu as été champion NBA, tu as été MVP, tu as vu beaucoup de grands joueurs. À quel niveau tu situes Victor Wembanyama avec ton expérience?
Ouais, il est très talentueux. Bon, je sais pas, mais je sais qu'il est très talentueux. Il peut arriver où il veut. Je pense que c'est ça. Le CS, là, il n'a pas de limite, je veux dire. Donc, ce sera juste l'effort qu'il va faire et comment il va travailler et continuer à s'améliorer. Mais pour le moment, ce qu'il fait à son âge, c'est quelque chose d'exceptionnel.
Yeah, left-hand side.
Bonsoir Pascal, Sami Sadik pour l'équipe. Je voulais te poser une question sur l'ambiance. Est-ce que tu t'attendais à ce que ce soit à ce point-là pro Spurs, forcément comme il y avait Victor dans l'équipe? Et vous, comment vous vivez ce genre de match où officiellement tu joues à domicile, parce que c'est dans le calendrier NBA, mais en vrai tu es à l'extérieur malgré tout?
On savait ça déjà du début, donc, et puis c'est mérité, je veux dire. Donc, ouais, on savait ça, mais bon, on a été bon. Ça fait un mois, on a été bon à l'extérieur, donc ouais, on s'attendait à ça. On n'a pas juste fait le boulot, donc on doit revenir et essayer de le faire le match prochain.
We have time for one final question for Pascal. Thank you. Left-hand side.
Pascal, Arnaud Valadon, RMC, comment t'expliques voilà, que vous n'ayez pas su repartir sur de bonnes bases dans le troisième quart-temps, peut-être notamment en fermant la raquette, vous avez fait beaucoup de bon travail avec Miles aussi pour empêcher Victor en première mi-temps, et on sent que les Spurs ont eu plus facilement accès au cercle ensuite. Est-ce que tu penses qu'il y a des choses à régler là-dessus?
Non, il y a des choses à régler, c'est sûr. Ouais, comme je disais, je pense on s'est pas juste battu. C'était trop facile pour eux. Je pense que tout le match, ils faisaient ce qu'ils voulaient. Ouais, c'est pas nous. En fait, depuis un mois, on a l'une des plus grandes défenses de la NBA. Donc, je pense que on n'a pas montré qui nous sommes aujourd'hui. Et puis, à la fin, ça arrive. On a juste, comme je l'ai dit, c'est un bon moment pour essayer d'avoir un bounce back game. Donc, c'est ça l'important pour nous maintenant.
Merci beaucoup, Pascal.
Merci.
Hello, everyone. We're just waiting for Chris Paul of the San Antonio Spurs coming next. Just a reminder, folks, please do raise your hand and look at me, and we'll try to get you a question. Thank you. Yeah, we'll start at the back. Hi, Chris. Good, thanks. Congratulations. We'll jump right into it. We have a question on the right-hand side toward the back when you're ready.
Hi, Chris. From Spain, Javier Machicado, here, you're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
You are one of the greatest. Also, you have played with most of the greatest in this game. So what do you see in Victor to become one of them? What do you recommend him to become one of the greatest?
I just recommend him to keep being himself. Told Vic after the game, this is one of the best complete games I've seen him play all season long. You know, with the expectations, being home in front of all his family and friends, in front of all you guys, some guys could get lost in the game, you know, and start maybe doing too much or whatnot. But I think he played a great game, both ends of the court, and it's really nice to get the win in the first of two games.
Next question, left-hand side toward the back.
Hi, Chris.
What's up?
Sonny Upal from The Sun. Chris, you obviously saw firsthand tonight how much they love Victor here, and you've seen the European stars that are coming up in the league now. One subject that came up before the game was the development of American stars. What do you think of that at the moment in the US?
What?
The development of more US-born stars, because there's obviously a lot of European stars coming up in the league now.
Yeah, I'm heavily involved in grassroots basketball, you know, like AAU and all of that. I know a lot of people try to knock it, but I love it, you know, first of all. What it gives you the opportunity to do. I have kids who are learning the game growing up, and I think now, you know, kids also got to get back to watching the game. You can learn a lot from watching and making sure that they're well coached. You can tell that a lot of these guys like Victor and stuff like that have been well coached or whatnot. So I think just continuing to teach the game. Obviously, there's a lot of training going on, but you got to get back to teaching and just continuing to watch it grow.
Thanks, Chris. Right in the middle here.
Hi, Chris. Damian Karikowski, Stefan Hanasa from Poland. Hi.
Poland. I don't know none of that.
Congrats on a great game. I just wanted to ask you, because you've had a little bit of slump this year, 2 games won in last 8. How do you approach this type of game as a veteran that you had a blowout, and right now you are trying to just make the momentum before the All-Star break?
Yeah, I think with our team, knowing that, you know, the past 2 years we didn't win as much, you know, I think for us it's all about stacking days. How can we continue to put wins together? We've had a lot of games over the past couple weeks where we're always winning, we're always in the game, and then there's a bad stretch of the game. And we talked about it. This might be the 4th time we've had this type situation where it's 2 games where we play a team, and not one time have we won both games, right? With Denver, we split. With Houston, we split. With Memphis, we lost both games. So I think these games are a lot like the playoffs, right? You play tonight, one day off, play again on Saturday. I'm sure they'll make adjustments, and these are all learning experiences for our team.
Thanks, Chris. Next question all the way at the back on the left.
Hi, Chris. Morten Jensen from Yahoo Sports here. I was wondering if you could talk a little about Mitch Johnson. Obviously, he went into a situation that was totally unexpected due to pop stroke. What kind of job has he done behind the scenes, and has he succeeded in making you all comfortable in his presence and within his vision?
Yeah, Mitch has done a great job, along with our whole coaching staff. I think when you're in a situation like that, getting thrust into a head coaching position, he'd already built trust with guys because he was a lot of times the guy who was working guys out, training guys or whatnot. So he's done an amazing job. But he coaches with passion. You can tell Mitch used to hoop. He was a point guard, at Stanford. And so he coaches with passion. I think that feeds into our team. There's a lot of trust there. There's a lot of communication. And, grateful to be able to play for him.
Next question at the front on the left.
Hi, Chris. Maxime from L'Equipe.
What's happening?
What's up, man? I remember you talking about the fact that you guys are trying to win games at the same time learn, right? So do you like the learning curve where you guys are right now? And you just talk about the playoffs. So does it still look like it's doable?
I mean, yeah, we got to win. We got to win some more, but anytime you're a team trying to learn, you want to win and learn at the same time. You heard me say that all season long. It's tough when you keep losing close games, right? And everyone always wants to say, it's a young team. It's a young team, but we 42 games into the season now. The season's halfway gone, so we got to keep learning. We talked about in the third quarter when we got a big lead. We said we've been here before, but we got to keep it. And so now we got to be ready for Saturday.
Hey,
Right up
Chris.
front.
Can you, just here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you speak a little bit about the third quarter? It was the key for you tonight?
Yeah, the third quarter, I think it was our defense. When we play teams like this where they're very offensive oriented, sometimes we can fall into the trap of just trading baskets. And we just kept talking about our defense has been our identity all season long. So we just wanted to get stops and get out in transition. And guys did a great job. I think we had, We had 43 assists. That's just guys making the right play and sharing the ball.
Last question on our left-hand side.
Chris, Tim Reynolds with the AP. Guys always say that no matter what the circumstances are, big game, big event game, whatever it is, when the ball goes up, it just feels like ball. Did that hold true tonight, or did this one feel a little bit different?
I mean, it was interesting. Moving around as much as I moved around the last few years, the game felt like an all-star game at the beginning. I'm saying just the court side, all the people in there, the fanfare, you know what I mean? It just felt like an all-star game until the ball was thrown up. So I think that's actually good for our team. Our team hasn't really had an opportunity to play in those big-time games. I think one of the biggest games we had this season was that game against Phoenix that would have put us in the NBA Cup. So the more we can get these types of games and get that sort of playoff feel, the better for our team.
Thanks very much, Chris.
No problem.
Enjoy
Thank
the
you.
win. Thanks a lot. Okay. Folks, we've got Harrison Barnes coming up to the stage. Please raise your hand if you'd like to ask Harrison a question. Yep.
I'd like to.
Raise your hand, Lawi. Thank you. Left-hand side.
Hello, Laurie Verrier for AFP. What can you say about the atmosphere in Bercy tonight?
I thought the atmosphere was great. Just the entire game, I think the fans were just very excited to see the game.
obviously a very special and warm welcome for Victor, and I thought it made the experience extremely special.
Yep. The front on the right-hand side. This way. Thank you.
Hi, Harrison. Thomas Older from L'Essentiel. You played with a lot of great players, like Steph Curry or other players. How would you rank the talent of Victor Wembanyama?
I think Vic, he's a one of one. I think he's very unique. I don't think there's aspects of a lot of different players, but I think he's his own unique person. And I think he has a strong desire to be great. I think people are able to see that, on a nightly basis, and I think that's what drives him to want to just achieve all that his potential is.
Thank you. Left-hand side.
Hi, Harrison, Arnaud Valadon, French media, RMC Sport. How was Victor just before the game? He was more focused than usual? Did he act like it was a normal game to you?
Well, I knew he was going to play well when he took the aux and he wanted to play his own music, which was French music. So I know he was excited for today. But I think to be in this moment, obviously with all excitement, the family, the friends that are here in the stadium, I thought he was extremely poised. I thought he did a great job of making us as his teammates better. And I thought that was one of our better games that we played this season.
Next question, far at the back. Yep.
Yasmina Talk Basket. Chris Paul said that at the beginning this game looked like all-star game. Did you feel the same? And one more question, the defense was great tonight. So 43 assists, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think in a moment like this, it's always just feeling yourself into the game, getting used to it. I thought both teams took their time with that, but overall, I was proud of our effort. Over the course of the game, defensively, the last couple games we haven't been our best. So I thought tonight we were able to put together 48 minutes, and I was just proud of everyone who came out there. I thought that we stepped up, we communicated well, and did a good job in transition defense.
Any final questions for Harrison in the middle here? Please keep your hand up. Thank you.
Hi, Harrison. It's Damian Karykowski from Strefa Hanasa. I'm from Poland. We said a lot about defense, but your offense today was also electric, and you had today a game that it's not very often that you had 9 for 10 from field goal. And my question is, how do you approach the game like that? Do you feel like there are some heat checks that you are trying, or you didn't feel it at all when you were playing?
If you're asking me if I'm going to throw it off the backboard, I'll never do that. But no, I think my game is a lot of just relying on my teammates, just trying to move without the basketball, take what's there, try to keep things moving. So the game that I had tonight, a lot of it was credit to just my teammates on just finding my great passes, willing to give me those shots, and luckily some of them fell.
Thanks very much. We've got one more question here behind you in the cap. Thank you.
Hi, Harrison. Shaimabu for Reverse Basket Session. You said on Tuesday at practice that you were at the beginning of the journey, that it might get compared in the end to what you knew with the Warriors. Do you think that this style of play that you showed tonight with a lot of assists, sharing the ball, do you think that's how you will end up there in the end?
Absolutely. I think this team has a lot of potential. A lot of the guys are young, at the beginning of their careers, at the beginning of who they're going to become. And I think that when we're able to put together 48 minutes like this, we're moving the basketball, we're not trying to make home run plays. We're just, keep sticking to the fundamentals, and then defensively just being solid. We've shown it in spurts, in parts of games, maybe 1 or 2 games, but doing it in a game like tonight, if we can just stretch that effort for the rest of the season, I think we'll be in a good shape.
Thanks very much, Harrison. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, guys.
Victor Wembanyama will be with us very shortly. right, folks, we're going to begin with the first 4 questions in English. So we're starting on the right-hand side for Victor. Thank you.
Hey, Victor. This is Jeff McDonald, San Antonio Express News. I guess before the game, all the hoopla from before the game, and the cameras caught you kind of singing along with the French national anthem. What did that moment mean to you to hear that song and have this game played in your home country?
Meant a lot, but I feel like for our national anthem, we just need the music and everybody will tag along, you know, this is how we do it. So we could, you know, maybe next game everybody will have the chance to, if we just have the music to sing, but it means everything, you know, it's not disappointing to, you know, to have, it's crazy to have the public like that show up, so it was great.
Thank you. Just at the end of that same row, please, right-hand side. Thank you.
Hey, Victor. Arden from The Athletic. Tonight, the All-Star starters are announced, and you have a chance there. If that happens and you make the All-Star game as a starter in just your second season, what would that mean to you?
I mean, it'd be incredible, of course, but to be honest, I didn't have my mind on that at all. I mean, as you know, there's a lot going on right now, and we got games to focus on. So it's just like everything. It's you know, a byproduct of collective results, and the individual awards will come. But it's of course, I'll be really happy to if it's the case.
Right-hand side. Thank you.
Tim Reynolds with the AP. Victor, guys always say that when the ball goes up, it feels like a game, no matter what the circumstances around the game are. Yeah. Did tonight feel maybe even a little bit different for you, just a little more special, just for obvious reasons?
Yeah, I mean, every game feels, there are some similar feels, but also different, you know, and tonight was definitely different because it's a different kind of support that the crowd brings. And so it's, you know, we try to use the how do you say that, like the circumstances to our advantage every time. And tonight was an easy night to use those in our advantage. So it was a great support from the crowd.
Thank you so much. Next question on the left-hand side, en français.
Bonsoir Victor, Victor Missistrano pour Radio France Internationale. Bravo pour cette victoire. Juste avant l'entre-deux, tu as pris la parole. On t'a senti assez détendu, mais déterminé aussi. Et pendant le match, très relâché à l'image de certaines actions. On sait que tu attendais ce moment depuis très longtemps. Comment tu as fait justement pour te conditionner psychologiquement et comment tu as vécu plus généralement la soirée émotionnellement?
Comme je savais, voilà, je sais que pour faire un grand match, il faut se concentrer sur les petites choses, sur les détails, et sans essayer de faire quoi que ce soit d'incroyable. Et au final, c'est voilà, la multiplicité des actions simples et collectives qui rend le match incroyable. Mais donc voilà, donc je suis fier de mon équipe parce que voilà, aujourd'hui ils ont su se concentrer sur ces petites choses et voilà, nous permettre de réaliser un de nos meilleurs matchs de la saison.
Thank you. All the way at the back on the right-hand side.
Bonsoir Victor, Xavier Montferrand de Radio France. Je sais que tu en as parlé un petit peu en anglais avant, mais tout simplement, est-ce que tu as kiffé? Est-ce que tu as kiffé ta soirée?
Bien sûr, ouais, c'est clair. Ouais, c'est parfait comme soirée parce qu'il y a la victoire et la manière. Donc voilà, même si on profite ce soir, mais on se reconcentre dès demain pour le prochain.
Front row, left-hand side.
Bonsoir Victor, Florian Brejon de Newstank Sport. Tu as évoqué au début du match déjà le retour des Spurs en France. Est-ce qu'avec le poids grandissant que tu vas prendre dans la Ligue, c'est pas quelque chose que tu vas finir par pouvoir imposer par ta décision?
On verra. Je pense que c'est pas mon rôle de prendre ce genre de décision, mais je pense que le public français a avec toute sa ferveur, a le pouvoir d'influencer la NBA plus que moi pour les forcer à ramener les Spurs de nouveau.
Left-hand side, thank you.
Hello, Victor. Here, Karol Śliwa from Poland. When everything is said and done, when you finish your career, obviously many years from now, how would you like to be remembered?
That's a good question. I would like to be remembered as somebody who didn't take shortcuts and did all the right steps, did the right decisions. As a loyal person and hardworking, but also innovative.
Thank you. Right-hand side.
Oui. Bonjour Victor, Clément Martel pour Le Monde. Harrison nous a dit qu'il savait que tu allais faire un grand match parce que tu avais voulu passer ta musique, de la musique française, il a dit. Est-ce que tu pourrais nous dire ce que c'était comme musique? Et de manière générale, comment est-ce que tu as fait pour rester dans ta bulle justement aujourd'hui et faire une performance où tu as paru très serein?
Alors, c'était du Caris, c'est du Booba. Et pour rester dans ma bulle, c'est se concentrer sur les consignes tactiques, les conseils du coach et les petites choses, les efforts. Comme je l'ai dit, c'est pas tenter de faire des choses incroyables, le spectaculaire viendra de lui-même.
Thank you. Next question right up front on the right-hand side.
Hi, Victor. Tanya Ganguly, New York Times. Chris was in here and he said that he thought this was your most complete game of the season. It might have some piggyback on what you were just saying to your answer to the last question, but what do you think allowed you to be able to have that kind of game?
My teammates, those are special conditions and circumstances, not just for me, for them as well. So my teammates, my coaches, and finally myself for and this combination of good wills and will to do the hard thing and the thing for the teammate. I think this contributed to us having a great game.
Merci. We have a question from a junior reporter. If you could please stand up. Could you tell her to stand up?
Est-ce que vous pouvez vous lever, s'il vous plaît?
Ah, bravo.
Salut.
Farah de Picsou Magazine.
Salut.
Avez-vous déjà douté de votre réussite? Si oui, à quel moment dans votre carrière?
Bonne question. Il y a toujours un petit démon à l'arrière de la tête qui chuchote des choses et qui veut faire douter, mais c'est quelque chose qu'il faut, pour moi, combattre à la source. Et bien sûr qu'il y a des doutes de temps en temps, mais c'est jamais sur des choses profondes ou sur le reste de ma carrière. Mais c'est un travail de tous les jours, oui, de garder cette positivité et de se forcer à pas douter.
Merci. Far right-hand side on the...
Bonsoir Victor. Juste ici, Eric Michel du Parisien. La suite est dure à porter. Ricarla a dit tout à l'heure qu'il fallait que la France soit fière de toi. Je ne sais pas si tu as un commentaire là-dessus. Et puis la question, c'est sur la grosse centaine de matchs déjà joués, où places-tu celui-là dans ton top personnel entre la victoire, la performance et l'émotion?
De qui vous parlez?
Ricard Lies, le coach des...
Celui-là, je le classe forcément dans un des matchs qui me tient le plus à cœur, forcément. Mais en termes de performance pure, c'est top 5.
We have time for two final questions, one here at the front.
Salut Victor, Théo Quinter pour Basket USA. Tu as choisi de donner 3 interviews en France à TF1, France Inter et Picsou Magazine. Qu'est-ce que ça dit de ta stratégie de communication, ces choix-là? Est-ce que tu étais un fan, un lecteur de Picsou plus jeune?
Oui, absolument. J'étais lecteur de Picsou. Et pour ces 3 interviews, c'est à la fois la volonté de se présenter au public français sur la plus grande scène, et tout ça équilibré avec des interviews dans des milieux qui me correspondent et qui me parlent, comme des magazines pour enfants, j'en avais jamais fait. Donc voilà, c'est ça.
Final question on the far right-hand side.
Bonsoir Victor, Gianluca Pleitiosa. Bonsoir Paris, 2 words that enacted the crowd, your crowd. How did you feel in that moment?
I felt, proud of, being able to gather people together like that within just 2 words. So I felt proud of us, proud of myself, proud of being French, and it just confirmed, what I thought was going to happen, the energy that was going to be there. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Thanks, Victor. Thank you very much, everyone. That does conclude our NBA Paris Games 2025 media press conference.